Hello everyone, it's Ashwin Rao. Today's video brings you a brief update of my new Daily Driver dog walking shoes. That sounds kind of crazy, but it is what it is. And this is a brand that I have grown increasingly fond of, and that is Rolling Dub Trio. Rolling Dub Trio releases this low-cut Romeo style boot, a side gore boot, meaning that it has this elastic side panel that helps put your foot in and out of the shoe. But it's not your typical Chelsea boot, which has a taller rise to it. This is essentially a shoe that you can slip on. It has this really, really nice Boots Company branded sole. It's essentially a cavity wedge sole. One thing I really like is this back heel piece here actually is made of a different material than the rest of the sole. And this appears to wear a lot more slowly than the rest of the sole. It's a harder material. It's a more firm material than the spongy remainder of the sole. And you can see I'm a guy who has a fair bit of heel drag, and there's really, after probably about 15 to 20 miles of wear, very little heel drag. And that's walking the dogs across all types of climates. So just wanted to let you know that I've been wearing these shoes very regularly since I got these. You can see this natural Chromexcel leather is very well clicked. So as others have been talking about, natural or really any Chromexcel leather can crease somewhat poorly if it's not clicked properly. And by clicking, it's how the leather is applied to the last and then to the sole can have an impact on how it creases or stretches or wears. And in this case, Rolling Dub Trio has done a nice job. Now, I've seen a number of other pairs from Rolling Dub that don't have the best clicking, or at least very different clipping from pair to pair. This one actually seems to do pretty well. This particular left foot has slightly more creasing at the places that it rolls, here and here. And if you take a look at this pair here, finer creasing. But the good thing is that the bigger rolls, the rolls that are the macroscopic rolls, happen in the same place. Both toes, and this is something I'm appreciating more about Chromexcel leather, and specifically the natural Chromexcel, has this tendency to darken in areas of high friction. You can see the toe here darkening, which I wasn't as familiar with. And again, where there's heel impact, scuffs, or just the friction of my pants across the leather here, you see this darkening along the heel right there. So really pretty cool effect. And I'm really fond of the fact that these are now my dog walking shoes, and we're already getting a shoe that's going to patina. I think anytime you want a shoe that's going to patina, you're going to want something that you wear fairly frequently that will evolve with age. And so the fact that these have become my daily driver walking shoes, and I spend a lot of my time walking 10 to 15,000 steps a day on single walks with my dogs. I have 2 Australian Shepherds, and I love them, and I want to keep them active because they need a ton of activity. And these Rolling Dub Trios seem to be up to the task. Goodyear welted, as you can see, with this midsole welt, and then this synthetic material to separate the cavity wedge from the remainder of the shoe, so it should be relatively easy to resole. I'm actually hoping that Rolling Dub sells these particular back heel pieces, because I imagine that eventually, once this wears through, I might be able to just swap this piece out, or at least they sell the entire sole so I can get this replaced. I love the fact that I can just basically pop them on, as you're seeing here. I love the fact that they patina. I love the fact that the soles seem to be holding up well. In terms of care, I'm using a reviving cream from Paul Brungard, which I really think is one of the nicest cleaner conditioners. And then in order to protect both the toe and the heel area from further scratching or scuffing, I used a little bit of neutral paste wax polish so that the first impact on that area will likely be to the wax rather than to the leather, so I don't develop any gouges. So that's created this little bit of shine on the toe and the heel. The remainder of this glossy, somewhat shined up look is really from this Paul Brungard. So if you want a quick one-stop shop to getting a clean, easy shine, this reviving cream is really quite good. So give Paul Brungard a look, and I'm a huge fan. The Japanese definitely have it in terms of design and aesthetics when it comes to heritage footwear. I've gotten more and more interested in the various manufacturers of footwear based out of Japan because of brands like Rolling Dub Trio. So get yourself a brush, get yourself some Pure Polish products or some Paul Brungard Reviving Cream, and importantly, get yourself a pair of Rolling Dub Trio Sloths to make this model a little bit more accessible in the United States, because I had to get this straight from Japan and I love it. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.